Hello, hello, hello. This is Kama again. Good morning to you all. I know some people may be watching this in the afternoon, but right now it is 6:22 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And my name is Kama with Kama Speaks. And this month I am doing awareness, just awareness talks for a few minutes in the morning in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I haven't gotten too much into breast cancer awareness, but I promise I will. Today's topic is on knowing the signs. I know a lot of people have asked me, Kama, didn't you know ahead of time what happened? That this was going to happen. I always say, no, I didn't see the signs. We never argue, we never fuss, we never fight. It wasn't like that. But I guess there were signs. I just think back to being in the middle of us. We were playing around, play fighting and all that. And he kind of charged me a little bit, came after me. And my mom came outside and she told us to stop. She was like, stop, what are you guys doing? So she calls me upstairs and she said, Kama, you need to be very careful because what I just seen, it's not good. At this time, we were probably about 14, 15 years old. And again, that was just something I kind of didn't pay attention to. There was another incident where I had gone somewhere and I went somewhere and I went to a friend's house. And the friend that I went to, we were going somewhere. I'm sorry, I just got distracted. A friend's house that I went to, we were going to to breakfast. They were having senior ditch days. For those that have that at your school, every year the seniors ditch for the day and, go to the movies, the beach, or what have you. So my friend, he had been my best friend. My ex-husband knew about him and we went to senior ditch day. And I remember calling my ex-husband in the morning and telling him where I was. And he called me back. He said, if you don't get home right now, he said, it's over. I'm breaking up with you. I said, I'm not going anywhere. He was like, no, you get home right now. You don't get to come to my house this early. Your mom don't let you come to my house this early. You'll get home. And I thought, yeah, whatever. And at the time, I really wasn't feeling him anymore. I was ready to break up with him. I don't know what it was. I just didn't want to be with him. And I was like, no. So I hung up the phone. He broke up with me and called me the next day and apologized. He said, I'm sorry, it's just this and that. And I'm just like, whatever. Again, not seeing the signs. Those were just a couple of signs I think about. But I hear people that has things that happen in their relationship, and whether the boyfriend is like, it starts off with, oh, no, I just want you to come spend time with me today. No, let's just go do this. No, let's just do that. And it starts just minute, and we think it's cute, especially us as girls. Oh, he just wants to spend time with us. Oh, he just, oh, he loves me. We think it's okay. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, you need to watch out for such and such. I don't think that that's a good friend. This is somebody you can be around forever and could have been best friends and known each other since kids. And all of a sudden, it's like, well, I don't think such and such that's not right. She's this, she's that. It's always something. But again, we just think it's cute. We need to get out of that. We need to stop being so blinded by love that we're willing to risk our friends, our family for it. I remember being in a marriage and my ex-husband got upset about some things with my mom, and he wanted me not to talk to her anymore. He said I was not allowed to talk to her. And I remember being so hurt. I'm like, this is my mother. How do you tell me not to talk to my mother? That's just something we don't do. So it got to the point that when he went to work, I would still call her. Back then, we didn't have star 69. We had to redial. So what I would do was dial her number. And when we got off the phone, I'll just press some random numbers just so he wouldn't press redial. Or when we did have star 69, I believed I would just call somebody and say, call me. So that way the phone would go to that number, not my mom. He didn't want me hanging out or doing anything. And it just, again, it was something that was so hurtful to me. Now, at that time, that's not cute. He didn't do that beforehand, but there was nothing cute about that. It wasn't okay. I had to sneak around for her to go see my child. I had to bring him to her. It was my firstborn. There was things I had to do. And I remember one day he asked for something. He said, well, the only way I'll allow you to see your mom is if she does X, Y, and Z for us. Well, I called her for a favor. She didn't know what was going on, and she did the favor for us. She didn't have to at all. I thought, my goodness, all that control. Why didn't I see that? Just with a little bit of him not wanting me to go see my friend, and the way he reacted to that. We spent a lot of time together, and this is one of the reasons why I'm very against boyfriend and girlfriend spending every single waking hour together, every moment together, always doing stuff together. I believe that it's okay to breathe. It's okay to hang out with your friends. It's okay to do things. Stop feeling like you can't do anything without a man or without your girl, because it gets overbearing. There's no room to breathe. Even with the arguments, people find just the most smallest things in the world to argue with, and it's not okay. But you got to watch the signs. If he's always trying to argue with you, or she's always trying to argue with you, and it's always your fault, be careful. Be careful. The person never wants to take the blame. The person never wants to ask for forgiveness or even forgive. The first hit is not going to be the last hit. The first hit, be careful. I didn't get mine until I got married. But guess what? I remember him telling me some girls he had slapped, some girls he had hit. He always gave me these excuses as to why he did it. And I'm like, yeah, well, I understand. Yeah, well, it's not me. He's not going to do that to me, so it doesn't matter. Why didn't I pay attention to those signs? I was too in love. I just knew I was different. You're not different. Don't think that you're different. Don't think that you're the one that's going to make the difference in his life and you're going to be the one that change him. To be honest with you, only person that can truly change him is the Lord or her. One thing I find is that people tend to forget that people can change. They can be reformed, but you have to watch and know and see all the signs of that. Don't just take their word for it. One thing my mom always says is, know their fruits, because the Bible says it. Watch the fruits that they bear, meaning watch how they react to things. Watch their actions. People always change for 24 hours. That's easy. But can they change for months and years? But see, we don't want to be patient enough for people to change. That's why I made a vow to myself that no matter what, I'm going to be patient. Whoever the Lord wants me to be with, it's all about patience. I'm not rushing into anything. If a man shows me that he doesn't want to be with me, I'm not going to push for a man to be with me. A lot of that happens, just like I talked about yesterday about domestic violence, and it kills. The one young lady, the man kept telling her, I don't want to be with you no more. But she was still come around. So he let her come around. He got so mad at her and beat her to death, literally, and her unborn child. Beat her so bad the baby came out, and she wasn't even due. Be careful. Watch all the signs. Listen to the signs. You can talk to somebody for about 2-3 good conversations, and you can hear a lot. But again, the problem is we don't want to hear it. We don't want to think it's going to be us. We are different, right? We're the ones to help them change. But no, it's mental. It's here. It's the mind. It's the mind. They need to get help. They need to get help. So with that said, I do have a couple of websites here. I have Malika Brown with Your Beautiful Mind. Her website is actually Your Mind is Beautiful, but the name of her company or name of her corporation is Your Beautiful Mind. But yourmindisbeautiful.com will guide you and help you for some resources. She's here in California for those that need help. Those that are abused, you need help. You shouldn't get into a relationship before you seek help. You should really understand what you're getting into, because you'll find yourself in a lot of rocky situations without it. I'm a witness to it. I thought I had it all together, and oh yeah, I made it through. Yeah, I made it through, but it backfired. Some things backfired because I didn't understand what I was dealing with. I had to get over some things mentally and emotionally. Next, I have Natalie Lamb. She has an upcoming seminar November 8th called The Disturbed. And she'll be talking about dangerous men and dangerous women and how you can spot these people. Things, the signs that they go through, the signs that you see. And she goes more in depth. Something that I think everyone should be involved in. Her website is itsyourchoiceonline.org. .com. Itsyourchoiceonline.com. And she also has videos and DVDs that you are DVDs and videos that you can check out. And she has a lot of other things. She's a therapist for a family and marriage therapist. So you can talk to her about this as well. Also, she's in California. Those that are nationwide, you can go to, outside of California, you can go to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.org, and that's ncadv.org, and they'll be able to guide you and help you with shelters, and they're great resources. All these people, all these websites I gave you are great resources. You can always find me on CommonSpeaks.com. This month, I'll be interviewing some people that have been through domestic violence relationships and how they survived, because there are many survivors out there. I'm no longer a victim. I was a victim, but I'm no longer a victim. I won't call myself a victim because this is not something I'm going through. It's something I've been through. Remember, you can make it. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. But watch the signs. It's not cute. There's nothing cute about it. Get away from all that cuteness. Just stay away from the cuteness, please. The cuteness is out the door. Open your eyes wide. Go into the relationship with your eyes wide open. Talk. It's okay to talk. Date. See what the person is about. In fact, just talk to them for a couple of days. You'll hear what you need to hear. I guarantee you. Ask the Lord for discernment. Ask the Lord to show you what it is that you need to know about that particular person. Okay, well, that is it for today. Just make sure you watch the signs. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm here every morning at between 6 and 6:10. Today, I woke up way late. I was so tired. I had such a busy day. But one thing I will say is this. I thank God for my freedom. I thank God I don't have to go to bed stressed about a relationship, stressed knowing that I have to wake up and go to bed every single day to a person that didn't love himself. So, of course, if he doesn't love himself, he's not going to love you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave you with a scripture. Last night, I did a Bible study about understanding women, understanding who we are, and understanding who God has made us to be in a relationship. And I talked about submission because I know everybody thinks that's a bad word, but it's not a bad word. I'm going to go to Ephesians 5, verses 20. I'm getting there really quick. Ephesians 5, verses 28. And it says, so ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever hateth his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. Basically, that's saying, simple, self-explanatory. You don't hate your body. So why would you abuse it? So don't abuse someone else. You're supposed to love it. You're supposed to nourish it. You're supposed to cherish it. I'm trying to say nourish like the Bible, but you cherish it. just like the Lord, the church. The Lord loves us. He really, really does. So anyway, with that said, just remember that that's Ephesians 5:22 and 23. Check it out. The Bible is real and it's true. All right. Thanks for watching. Again, shout out to my boy. I got my shirt on again. I'll be wearing this. Like I said, if there's anybody that has some apparel that they're interested in me advertising on the show to get the support, monies go to a breast cancer, domestic violence. But this is a shirt from a friend of mine, John McClung, with Testimony I Am. And here is the ribbon for breast cancer awareness. Here you go. As you can see, I guess I'm not that close, so I can scoot back a little bit. But it says faith. Faith initiates the healing. So I have my pink ribbon on in honor of in honor of breast cancer awareness. All my shows are always dedicated to my sister that I lost 2 years ago, Trina Thomas, or Tanya is what she went by. And then purple represents domestic violence. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Make it a great and wonderful day.